Welcome. We want to thank you all for taking time out of your life to listen in today to hear about something, again, that has been so impactful for Alison and I, and also those who've come before us, but also those we've helped in this business to, design a life, to help have some dreams, to pull some things out that they may not have had a focus on before, when most of us just end up working the daily grind and trying to survive instead of really living the life we want to. We needed a vehicle, and we found something. We want to share that with you today. So welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
You want to share who we are?
Yeah, absolutely. Just to give you a little background about us, you see us here as Allison and Ian and our three beautiful children, Peyton, who's 11, and Mason, who's 7, and Emerson, who's 5. So we have a very busy life, lots of purpose. You can see here that we got started in our business in May of 2009. And today that's just really the goal, is to share a little bit with you about the opportunity. You may be here this is your first time learning about anything. Perhaps someone's shared with you a sample of a product. There's all different places that you could be. So we're going to kind of cover everything. We're going to give you a real 30,000 foot overview of what we do. And we'll just kind of intertwine our story a little bit, I think, throughout the presentation here. And I think that will help you understand a little bit better two things. One, why we are so passionate, but also two, what can it do for you? Because let's face it, at the end of the day, you're not really here to hear about our story. You're here about your story and what this can do for you. So let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. So welcome again to this presentation about AdvoCare. We, like Allison had said, we started in our journey in 2009. And at that point in life, we actually weren't looking for a business, although we badly needed one. At that point, I was actually in the mortgage industry working 60 hours a week. Allison was in property management, and life was not how we wanted it to be. We were spending our lives working, spending little time together, and not very much time with our daughter, who was 3 years old at the time. And she was in daycare, and we were struggling to make it financially.
Yeah.
We weren't afraid to work hard.
Right. Well, but I think, like so many people, is that we didn't even really know we needed another opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we both came from, just work harder, right? Just work harder. And, it's funny to look back and think of that, because we both, well, not both of us, Ian worked a commission job. He was in mortgages, but that was kind of a give and take type situation. But I worked in property management, and I was salary. So no matter how hard I worked, the truth of it, I wasn't really going to make more income. But that was just kind of where our mindset was, well, we'll just work harder at what we're doing currently, and really didn't see opportunity. In fact, AdvoCare came into our lives through the product. And what we found over the last 8 years doing this business is that the majority of people who get introduced to AdvoCare, that's how they come into their lives, because we have something on the product side for pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone on the product side, there is something. And we'll share a little bit about that with you, but that's how AdvoCare came into our lives. And I'll kind of share a little more details about that as we kind of go into the products.
Well, I just want to mention real quick, because you're here, we're going to present about products. We're going to present about an opportunity. This day and age is extraordinary. There are so many ways for somebody to earn income from home. There's so many things that are being thrown at us out there on social media about, why should I do this, or what can you do this? You can drop ship from China. You can build Amazon. You can affiliate market. You can blog. You can, there's all these things that people say that you've seen people say they earn income in, and we're not really sure if they are or they're not, or they, there's a lot of stuff out there. They seem to be trying to sell you a system of success rather than actually show you how to be successful. And one of the things I loved about AdvoCare is that there's a success system here, but it's all based upon world-class products that make a difference in people's lives. And so maybe you're looking at different options out there. We just want to post something to you that we found worked for us. It's working for so many thousands of other people across this country right now. And we know it can work for you too, if you bring the right work ethic, you bring the right mindset of being willing to learn and grow, and you learn to start to lead. You follow, and then you learn to lead. So
Right. Well, and I want to add to that, that also too, I think a requirement here is you have a heart for helping other people. Having a heart to see other people succeed is really a foundation for what we do here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about who AdvoCare is. So this presentation is about you and what you can do with it, but it's founded on world-class products made by AdvoCare corporate office. And so what AdvoCare, obviously we're 25-year-old debt-free company, a leader in nutrition, weight management, energy, and sports performance. And obviously we carry the supplemental income opportunity, but I will tell you that if it were just the products out on the marketplace right now, they would be dominating the shelves in any retail establishment.
Absolutely.
AdvoCare products, they impact people's lives in such a positive way that life is better with them than without them. And because of that, AdvoCare does not have to be an auto ship program. There's no minimums. There's no
Auto ship.
Auto ship. Yeah, there's no auto ship
Right, we all know
minimums.
how auto ship works. You sign up and then you can't ever get unsigned. Right? I think we've all been part of or victim to that, if you will. And we just, I know for us that was huge because we wanted to align ourselves with a company that didn't have to do that. And in the direct sales space, it seemed like it was very rare to find that. So that's huge to us personally. Now, again, maybe you don't care much about that, and that's okay too. For us personally, that mattered a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just talked about this, the products. I mean, I know AdvoCare has been offered to be purchased multiple times by major retailers, but that wasn't our founder's vision. The founder's vision in AdvoCare was to make the world's finest nutritional products that impact people's lives and to create a vehicle that through the power of these products would enable the average person to pick up this business and do something extraordinary with their life. Mm-hmm. Now, extraordinary to whatever their definition of that is. That can be somebody that wants to earn $100 a month. It can be somebody that wants to earn 1,000. It can be somebody that wants to earn 10,000 or 100,000. Right. I mean, we have evidence in this business that all of those are achievable, and everybody starts in the same place, but it starts through the power of the products.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and here's our founder, Charlie Regis. In 1993, he started this company, and when he sat down, he wrote down the things that were most important to him and what he wanted reflected in not only himself and his family, but in the organization and the business that he built. And he wanted to attract people that had these same values. And so he put down the AdvoCare guiding principles. Number 1, honor God through our faith, family, and friends. Number 2, respect and strengthen the family. Number 3 is believe in the dignity and importance of the individual. Then it's create a standard of excellence recognized as superior by the direct sales industry. And of course, you can read through all of them. All of these are meaningful and impactful. And I can tell you for the past 25 years that they are taught at every single leadership event. They're taught from every single person that look, are you going back to the guiding principles? Because when you steer away from principles, then you're probably going the wrong direction. Right. And so these have been
then what's steering the ship?
Yeah, what's steering the ship, right?
Because it's really at the end of the day, it's our guiding principles that are steering the ship, both corporately and then obviously out there into the distributor base. And so like Ian said, for 25 years. And again, for us, when we saw this, it was, okay, this is a heart business. All of these guiding principles are heart based
and integrity
yeah, and that spoke to us.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about you. Why are you here today? Maybe you're here because somebody shared a product with you and you're just looking to feel better, maybe lose some weight, maybe put on muscle or better sports performance. There's a lot of maybe you just want great wellness.
And that was us. Mm-hmm. I got introduced to the products through a girlfriend of mine who I had seen have incredible results. I knew I wanted my hands on whatever it was that she had found. And May 2009, we started putting the products in our bodies, had amazing results. I lost 16 pounds, 12 and a half inches in those first 24 days. And continued to stay on products and ended up losing 33 pounds in 55 days and kept the weight off. But alongside the weight loss for us was actually all of the things we didn't know that we were looking for. Yeah. Was, like Ian said, the overall wellness, right? The energy to not just parent our child from the couch anymore, the energy to actually spend quality time together. Yeah. Right. And then obviously we'll talk about quantity of time here in a little bit in our story, but what we saw up front really was just the products.
Absolutely. And through that, through our success and our results with the products, people asked us, what are you doing? They wanted to feel better. They wanted to have different sources of energy. They wanted something that was going to work for them as well. And through us sharing those products with other people and our results, we earned some supplemental income. And our first check was for $47, I think. And it was great because the check cashed. And I was like, wow, okay, this works. Somebody bought products from our AdvoCare website. And AdvoCare sent us a commission check for sharing those products with other people and helping them get results. And so some of you, maybe you're here again for some supplemental income, or perhaps the third thing is maybe you want to start your own business. Maybe you want to work this thing as a high level business and you have the opportunity to. This is your business at your speed, and we'll pay you as much effort as you're willing to put into it. So,
and we'll talk a little bit more about how you can participate in all the different ways.
Absolutely. So, the AdvoCare Product Advantage, the results speak for themselves. If you actually just go to Google and search AdvoCare product results and click on images, you will see thousands and thousands of before and after photos that you can thumb through and see that people have voluntarily posted online. Some of them probably, in their not such neat clothing,
well,
but
let's face it, we like to brag about great results,
yeah,
right?
we do.
I mean, when I started telling my girlfriends about, my results, I think the number one response was shut the front door.
Right.
Yeah. Like I want in on that, whatever that is. And so of course we get excited about that when we get results, right? But we get results because there's great science behind these products. And for us, again, this was something that spoke to us. Now I have to be total transparent here because again, when I saw my girlfriend have amazing results, I was kind of that same way, like shut the front door. I don't really care what it is. Just give it to me. Like maybe you guys can kind of relate to that. Right. Yeah. And so I brought this home to my husband, who sat there with his arms crossed and all he could see was dollar signs. Right. And so he was just full of skepticism and all he kept thinking is like, well, just eat right and work out harder. And like, made it sound like it was so super easy. And I knew that I needed a plan. I needed accountability. I needed something else. And what he needed to know is that I wasn't just buying another diet pill that was full of, empty promises and just money flushing down the toilet. And so for him, I know that it was the science that really spoke to you. Well, it was one of the things.
And one of the things, I mean, once I actually looked up each of these doctors on the Scientific Medical Advisory Board, these are a collaboration of minds from different medical fields and backgrounds that come together to formulate AdvoCare's products and know that all of our products are based on science. So when you look at these guys, and I would encourage you to, go look up who Stanley Dudrick is outside of what AdvoCare says about him.
Yeah.
Go look up Dr. Carl Keene or Gail Cressy and take a look at who these people are and what they're studying and their peer-reviewed published articles.
Right. Their reputations, are just impeccable. And, I know for us, as we looked at that and we said, these are not people who are going to put a lifetime of work and reputation on the line. Right. They're just not. They're not going to. And so for me, what I've learned is that people come to us with two main questions when it comes to the products. Are they safe? And are they effective? And we know they're effective because like Ian said, you see all of the product results. You can even Google those images and see that. And you know that they're safe because of these 8 people who are on the medical advisory board that stand and behind these products and formulate these products.
And take the products themselves.
And take them themselves.
These guys take a lot of AdvoCare products that they themselves formulate. And why wouldn't they?
Right.
They believe in them. And so, the AdvoCare products come in 5 different product lines. We've got a fit line that hits the casual workout market. We've got the active line that's on the go nutrition and energy, trim line to help obviously reduce some body fat and maybe tighten and tone in some areas. We've got the wellness line that has overall core wellness needs, and who doesn't need extra help in wellness these days, right? And then of course we have the performance elite line for those of you who really get after your workouts, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. You can see Drew Brees' face on one of our products right there, and as an NFL quarterback who's been 15 years in the NFL and is still at the top of his game and just dominating. It's just amazing to know he's been taking these products for the majority of his career. The better half, I should say.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So cool. And look, when you have excellence.
This is the other thing that spoke to you though.
Oh
right?
yeah,
is
absolutely.
That, again, the doctors, and he said, okay, this is, the doctors really are kind of a who's who. But then it was this,
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
Like these athletes are top athletes. And we just show a couple of endorsers here, but we have hundreds of endorsers.
Right. And what really spoke to me was, and it didn't compute, was there's a little asterisk down here below the sponsorships that says endorsers receive free product in exchange for their endorsement and are compensated for their time and appearances. Now that means that they're not taking money for taking the products, right? I think it's an important discernment to understand that we don't pay athletes to take our products. They take these products voluntarily because they work and they're safe and they know that they're not going to test positive. I mean, when you depend on your body to perform at its peak for a paycheck, you want to put in the best fuel possible. And they choose AdvoCare. And how they come into a relationship with AdvoCare is they actually start taking the products first. And then AdvoCare says, hey, would you like to be a non-cash compensated endorser?
Right.
And
so what's cool about this is that, in the world that we are now in social media, and especially Instagram specifically, where, the next, girl next door becomes the endorser for such and such because she's getting paid to post the pictures or he or whatnot. I think this is huge.
Yeah.
To know that, if I see Rich Froning drinking a Spark on his Instagram or his wife drinking a Spark on Instagram, they're not getting paid for that picture.
No.
They're not getting paid for that post, that they're non-cash compensated. Sure, they get and it's a small stipend of product. I mean, we've seen it, the amount of product they get. It's definitely not covering all of their product needs by any means.
Right. Well, and let's talk about some sponsorships here, because AdvoCare is the official nutritional partner of Major League Soccer. And it's important to note, I mean, two things. I saw in the New Orleans Saints, they have a handbook that actually outlines what products to use for their athletes. Same thing happens in MLS, Major League Soccer. These guys run a marathon like every time they play, and they need to fuel their body with the best. And their locker rooms, their trainers, they put together a specific nutrition regimen, and they utilize certain AdvoCare products that are going to help them perform their best and recover. Recovery is so huge in all of this. And so, if it's good enough for the best in the world, it's good enough for me and my family, and good enough for you out there who are listening and watching.
It's the most watched sport in the world.
Soccer is, that's right. And it's growing. Sport. So, I mean, we can talk about the business side of that soon as well. I mean, that's great exposure for the product that we get to represent. Right. I mean, how much credibility do we need behind us to feel good about it?
We don't have to pay for all that extra marketing that's being done for us. So
that's right.
Like we said, we're going to talk about the 4 ways that you can get involved today. And we always want to, introduce this more as like a menu, right? Because there's options that you have. And what we realize is that, people want options, but also too, we want to make sure that you don't feel like anything's being pressed down your throat, right? However you want to participate with us. And I always tell people there's really kind of a 5th option here. It's the not at all, right? Because sometimes it's just not right now, or it doesn't fit in. And so the first option is a retail customer. That's where you just enjoy the power of the products as an AdvoCare retail customer, right? Just like you would go into the store. Right? Retail customer. And then there's a preferred customer, which this is where you can enjoy a 20 to 30% discount on the products for a nominal fee. It's a nominal fee. And we'll talk about that here later in the presentation, but become a preferred customer. I love this option because I don't know about you, but if I have an option to get a discount anywhere, like I don't care what kind of income we're ever making, I'm going to take the option to get a discount. I mean, that just makes sense. That just makes sense, right? And then the third option is that you can become a distributor, which means that you can get the products at a 20 to 30% discount, and you can earn a little bit of profit from that. We call that kind of a hobbyist, someone who just wants to earn a little bit here and there. When someone maybe asks them, hey, what's that you're drinking? Or why are you happy all the time? Or why you seem so healthy? Why do you seem like you get so much sleep? That would be a distributor. And then the 4th way is an advisor. And this is someone who gets products at our top discount of 40%, but it also opens the door to earn income 5 different ways with AdvoCare. And so that's the business opportunity.
Yep.
One of the things that we have here at AdvoCare that I love is the product navigator. And through this experience, this helps you to really find what you need for what you're looking for. So for instance, if someone comes to me and they're looking for better sleep, and they're looking to maybe drop a few pounds, and maybe they're looking for a little more energy. We're going to go to the product navigator, and we're going to enter those things in, along with them being a male or a female. And we're going to enter those things. And the AdvoCare's product navigator is going to tell us what program or what products might specifically fit us best. Because what we realize is that we're not a one size fits all here.
That's right. Yeah. And how if you're looking at this as a business, you go, well, I don't know anything about all of those products. Yeah. The product navigator helps you step right in and be able to help somebody based upon our experience. And the company's 25 years of experience. You input a few fields of information, and it talks about here's our suggestion for you. So it's a great way to get your business started. And of course, when you engage with AdvoCare, the two ways, as a preferred customer, this is the two ways to receive a discount, right? As a preferred customer, for $19.95, you receive this beautiful preferred customer kit. It has some Spark samples in it. It has obviously product catalog, the Impact magazine in it, and a welcome kit for those of you who choose to engage as a preferred customer.
What I love about the Impact magazine is you see Drew Brees there on the cover, but the majority of what is inside is distributor experience.
Yep. And then the distributor kit, which is $59 if you want to join on the commerce side of things and have your website open for business. For $59, you receive the larger kit. Of course, you get the shaker cup, the rehydrate, the meal replacement shakes, Spark, and additional tools to help you build your business. So just know that when you give AdvoCare money for something, you're going to get something in return. They never ask for money without giving you something of equal or more value than you're actually giving them money for. So,
and your discount is good for a year. Okay,
12 months,
so for 12 months, you've got a discount.
Yeah.
And so here's how we do AdvoCare, right? Like how do you do AdvoCare? I get this question asked all the time. Mm-hmm. It's probably the number one question that people ask me is that, okay, I understand that there's great products, but how do you do this business? And it really is the power of who, right? Who do you know? Because every single one of us has we have some sphere of influence with people in our lives that want these products or even the business opportunity. Mm-hmm. And so it really is just a matter of asking, who do you know? So for instance, when we started this business, I worried a little bit that I had convinced myself, like, I'm not a salesman. I can't sell anything. Like, how would I possibly do this? And it gave me real comfort that my sponsor and mentor had shared with me. She said, that's great. Yeah. That's great, because this isn't about you trying to sell or convince somebody to do something or to take something. Mm-hmm. This is about you offering a solution. And so I took the stance of, okay, again, heart, we're talking about heart. I can help people. I know that I have my hands on something that works. I mean, I've had great results myself. We've earned a little bit of income from this. I know that I have my hands on something that works. And so what I need to do, though, is I need to tell everybody that I'm in business, right? And so we took the stance of reaching out to our friends, our family, our neighbors, our colleagues, the community, the people that we had relationship with in a sphere of influence around, and we simply let them know that we were in business. Mm-hmm. We shared our story, and we asked them great questions. But the most important question that we asked was, who do they know? Because we may only know a small sphere of people. And then even if those people only know a small sphere of people, if we keep asking that question, that's how you have success here.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And what a simple way. We're looking for people that are looking for us. Again, you don't have to convince people that they want to feel better. They're looking for that. They're trying different things. So we'll keep moving forward here. So let's talk about the business opportunity of AdvoCare. We're going to dive into this and try to be conscious of your time here. So Alison had mentioned there's 5 ways to earn income with AdvoCare. Just know that if you're a distributor and not quite at the advisor top 40% discount, you can earn income 2 ways. The first 2 that are marked in red here: retail profits and wholesale commissions. And so we'll talk more about that. The other 3 ways that to earn income are open only to advisors. But know this, that once you reach the advisor 40% top discount level, you never go backwards. You don't go backwards. You always have a 40% discount. As long as you renew your membership once a year for $50, you keep that 40%
And what's
discount for
awesome
life.
about that, I didn't realize what a value that was, because we've just always been part of that. And then to hear that there are a lot of other companies that you actually have to keep buying your discount essentially.
Right.
And there's a lot of freedom in that. So, sources of income, right? And so like, again, you saw it, this is just kind of another diagram to show you how you can earn income. And again, when we were first introduced to AdvoCare, for us personally, well, I should say me personally, I wasn't that interested in this, opportunity, this business opportunity. And again, that was because for me, I couldn't see adding something else to my plate. And so I always tell people it's always about timing, right? It's always about timing. And so maybe you're sitting here and you're kind of going, I don't know if this is for me or not. Maybe just stick with us because we've only got a few more minutes and just, because at the worst case scenario, you can go, it's still just not right now, but at least And again, because you might know someone else who knows, the power of who is incredibly powerful.
Absolutely. So here's kind of how you get started. Everybody starts with that $59 and a 20% instant discount. Once you enroll as a distributor, the computer at AdvoCare starts calculating volume based on purchases of a product through your website, whether that's your own personal purchases at your discount, whether somebody joins you as a preferred customer or as a distributor. All of those ways starts adding up volume in the AdvoCare computer. And you'll see the retail amount here. From $0 to $499, you receive a 20% discount. Let's say you place your first order, though, for $500. That's actually going to move you to the 25% discount level, and you get 25% off that whole order. Or you can accumulate this volume as well over a time period if you like. Now you have the 30% discount is at $1,000 to $1,999. Once you clear that $2,000 mark, you're going to be at a 40% discount and be there for life. And you can see there's two different ways to do that. One is you have 8 consecutive pay periods, and a pay period at AdvoCare is approximately 2 weeks. And I'm sorry, 1 to 6 consecutive pay periods. So you're talking about 12 weeks to accumulate $2,000 of volume. Now you can do that by purchasing it yourself. You can go all in and make an investment, and you get 30% off that initial order, and then you'll be at a 40% discount for the rest of your life. Or you can accumulate that by adding customers and sharing the business with other people out there, and that volume will count as well. The second alternative is to accumulate $3,000 of volume over 24 consecutive pay periods, which is approximately 1 year's time frame. And so again, AdvoCare is working for your benefit to help you receive the best discount on the world's best products out here. And of course, the better the discount, the better the opportunity. So keep moving forward. Let's see, advantages of advisor.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see it right here. It's plain as day. Distributors earn 2 ways, advisors earn 5 ways. And that's just really, and also too, the 40% discount for life. 40% discount for life is huge. And we won't talk too much about, overrides, leadership bonuses. We're going to hit on that just a tiny bit, but we're not going to go into a training, right? We would just kind of want to give you a taste today. Ian already talked about kind of how to get to the advisor level. So that's pretty clear. You plus your distributors, totaling up to that. We also have this amazing pathway for you to earn income fast. Okay, let me say that again. For you to earn income fast.
Income and additional training.
Absolutely. Well, and the trainings are, there's really not a price tag that you can put on these trainings. And actually what's super cool about some of these trainings is once you get to the no limits section here of the training, AdvoCare sends out specific and personal invites to No Limits, Leading Edge, the Inside Out, Destination Diamond. And those specific invitations come from AdvoCare. AdvoCare foots the bill. It's absolutely amazing. But I want to focus here on the bonus side, because that's probably what you're looking at. You're like, training, great. Personal development, awesome. It's part of it. But money, let's just face it, that's why you're here, right? Yeah. So these bonuses, so you become a new distributor, right? You become a new distributor and you have the ability to earn $100 to $400 as a new distributor. Okay.
Yep.
So that's as you're working your way to advisor, right? You can earn that $100 to $400 bonus. Now, as a new advisor, there's an additional $500 bonus, right? And so, baby, what does that look like for them to earn in their first, let's say, 6 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, if you were to maximize the bonuses and earn them all, that's 900 just in bonuses. That doesn't even include the commission that would come along with it, right? So there's additional commission.
Additional commission of anywhere from 20 to 40% on those sales. And so I would say, again, can't quote us here, but I mean, you're looking at being in those first 6 weeks able to earn what, $1,500 to $1,800.
Yep. We've seen people do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. We actually have a champion on our team that's Tiffany Filbert just did that. She's a gym owner who hasn't been able to pay herself in 2 years because every bit of the finances is being sucked up by the gym. And although she loves her gym, she's getting pretty tired of not being able to make any income from it. And so when she got started in AdvoCare, saw this bonus program, took advantage of it, she got a check. She was sharing with a $1,600 check from AdvoCare, and she hasn't earned a check from her brick and mortar business in 2 years. That was huge.
Yep.
That was huge.
Well, one of the other things AdvoCare does is they offer amazing, incredible incentive trips. And it's really just about helping people. The more people you help, the better opportunity you have to earn the incentive trips, but everybody's on this level playing field with them. We had earned the Hawaii incentive, the Big Island Escape, when we first started, and it's a 5-star all expense paid vacation that is like none other. And you're getting to go with champions out there, but just know if travel is part of your vision and your dreams, that AdvoCare can be a part of that for you. It's just, you go to work, you earn income, and you get to travel and earn one of the trips potentially. Again, it's up to you and your effort, of course. So let's see here. What's next? Simple business plan. Take the products. Right. If you haven't put products in your mouth yet, it will make sense when you do. When you do, you're going to feel great. Right. You're going to have results. It might
not make sense to you yet if you haven't put the products. Maybe it does. Maybe you're someone with a business mindset. But I know for me personally, I don't know that I would have necessarily seen the business if I hadn't felt the power of these products, even if it was just one spark, because let's just face it, as tired mommies, spark is life-changing.
That's right. For everybody out there, it's life-changing. I mean, you want to be better in your profession, drink Spark. I mean, you're going to do great. And I do want to say on this slide, talking about each of these things on this list, always work with your mentor or your sponsor on this. Like, there's somebody in AdvoCare who's here to help you find out which products to use, to help you sit down and establish your purpose and set goals, to help you make a list of people to talk about AdvoCare, to share with you some best practices on what to say and how to share your story. And of course, help you purchase and sell AdvoCare products and help you reach the higher discount levels. And of course, we do have the AdvoCare success system as well that I spoke about in the beginning, that is here to help you gear for success. And earning those new distributor bonuses, the champion pathway, is all a part of that new success system. But we'll talk more about that. But let's talk about, again, how can we help you make money? How do you earn money with AdvoCare? So now you're saying, yes, I want to do this, but what does that mean?
Right. So and we're going to, again, high level view here, because we're just going to do a little overview. So again, we talked about the 5 ways to earn income, right? Again, the first 2 ways, obviously you're building a strong foundation, is your retail profits and your wholesale commission. Again, products moved to the marketplace. It's not a get rich quick by any means here. Yes, we can help you earn some income fast, but it's not a get rich quick, right? If that's what you're looking for, you can probably just disconnect now. This business takes work. It takes time and effort, and it takes heart. You have to care about other people. It has to matter. And so, but that starts even at the retail level. Putting products in someone's body, even if they buy them at the retail level, and caring what they get out of those products, right? In fact, AdvoCare has a 100% satisfaction assurance, meaning that if somebody takes a product for 30 days and they're not impacted by that product, they can return that product, whether it's empty, half full, whatever, to AdvoCare, and they can be refunded in full. For me, that was a big deal. I knew that what we were putting Ian and Alison Keber's name behind was a company that stood behind the power of their products. And so I didn't have to worry, like Ian said, about convincing someone or not taking their call because I, knew that they might want to return their product, or I didn't have to worry about anything like that. Not only have I kept all of my friends and family, we've made more.
Yeah, made a bunch more. Yeah.
Because we have aligned ourselves with a company that is full of heart and integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And wholesale commissions. This is a no-brainer. This is what I came at my friends and family with. And here's why. This made sense to me, to share with my friends and family that they had an option to get a discount on products themselves while I still earned some profit. So retail profits, if you're at an advisor, you're going to earn 40%. Okay. Well, wholesale commissions, let's say somebody comes in as a preferred customer or distributor and they get a 20% discount. That means they got a 20% discount and I made 20%. And so I saw the power of wholesale commissions. What do we have? Like 60 people join us in our first 5 months as distributors, because again, it was a no-brainer to, they get a little bit of a discount and I make a little bit of money instead of just trying to make money off of them.
Yeah. And then one of the neat things about that, I was looking at our reports the other day. And so in 2009, when we first started, we had some people join our business as product customers. They just wanted to buy product. And here we are in 2018, they're still buying product today, right? It's called residual income, and it's they log on and order product. And we haven't talked to some of these people in a long time, and though we reach out, we reach out to them, and life happens. People are busy these days. Maybe it's a text or something that we send them, but they continue to order products because that's impacted their lives for all of these years as well, and they know it just keeps getting better. So the next 3 ways to earn income, again, is we're going to assume for all of these income possibilities that you're at the 40%, that you're an advisor in AdvoCare at the 40% top discount level. And how do you earn income the other 3 ways, the overrides, leadership bonuses, and incentive trips, and incentives, pay period bonuses, and trips, that's really when you're engaging and helping other people get to that 40% discount and helping them build a team. AdvoCare is going to reward you more for helping others win as well. Right. So that you win when others win. That's what it simply boils down to. And of course, if you want another explanation of this a little deeper, get back with the person that asked you, invited you here, and we can sit down and go over actually how all of those work. But let's take a look at the income disclosure statement here. I love this new disclosure statement. Honestly, I think it's wonderful to see it in writing, because when you look at the percentage of active distributors, which are the number of distributors who earned a check in 2016. So the distributors who earned a check from AdvoCare in 2016 was 157,905 distributors, and 100% of active distributors earned something from AdvoCare last year. So when people say, I don't know if it works, I can say, well, look, 100% of people got paid something, even if it's 1 cent or $50, they earned something.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I mean, does it work? Absolutely. Now, where you fall on this chart and where you decide you want to build your business to is up to you, the individual effort, the amount of people that you talk to, the how you follow the success system, how you build your credibility and integrity with people, and of course, what you bring to the table. Now, know that we all start at 0 here, though. All of us, every single one of us started at 0. We've all come from diverse backgrounds, no matter where they fall on this income chart, from the 200,000 plus per year bracket all the way down. Everybody has a different starting point and came from a different background, but the similar people have had similar results. The different people have had similar results. It just depends on what it is that you're looking to choose. Do you want to see what it takes to be successful? We can teach you that here. And so when I look at this, if somebody says, hey, I don't know about the odds, well, it's not, if we were betting on you, I mean, what do you feel like the odds of you being successful are? Because it really dependent upon your effort and how much work you're willing to put in. So I love that about this. Alison and I were not afraid to go to work. We weren't afraid to get out and talk to people and work through some discomfort at first. So
right. And share with people and help people. I mean, again, it was about wanting to help other people. And, there's times in our lives where we have to get out of our own way in order to help ourselves. Yep. Right. And so some of us are just completely standing in our own way of helping ourselves. And if we get out of our way, not only do we help ourselves, but we help a lot of other people. And that was really the mindset that we went into this. So the income disclosure statement, what I love about this one is that we have different pay levels, right? And so we talk about leadership levels, and you can just see here that what basically happens is as you grow personally, as you work on personal development, hence all of the trainings that AdvoCare provides, and as you work helping other people, AdvoCare is going to recognize your leadership and helping other people succeed. And you are going to be rewarded quite handsomely for that leadership. And you can see that there's the advisor level, but then it goes silver, gold, all the way up to diamond plus.
Well, and I want to say something here, because this is the average pay period income by pay level. Right. So when you say average pay period, there are two pay periods per month.
Yeah.
All right. So there's 2 pay periods per month. There's 24 an entire year. So when you're looking at this, you go, hey, let's take a look at Gold 3-star. The average pay period is $2,519. Well, that's double that for the average month. That's $5,000 a month.
$5,000.
So the average, the top 10%, I'm sorry, that's top 10%. The average was $1,789. Okay. Right. So you're talking $3,600. Right. $3,600 a month. I mean, what would that do for you on a part-time basis if you just built this over the next 27 months, which is the average time it takes somebody to reach the Gold 3-star level, so less than 3 years, and you're bringing in an extra $3,600 per month? Right? That's life-changing for someone.
It's life-changing. And let's talk about that again. This is never meant to be worked as a full-time job. Yeah. So you're not signing up for another full-time job. You're signing up for something that you literally do in your spare time, like your commute. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when we started this, my commute was sometimes 2 hours one way. Yep. Depending on traffic. Now, I knew that I could put my little earbud in, be hands-free, and be helping some people through that little earbud while I was commuting. Yep. I've also done this business while rocking babies to sleep and, having them on my hip or being at the playground. And so for me, being a mom of 3 and building this business while being a mom of 3, I saw a huge opportunity to be able to be that mom and provide and bring money into our household while doing both of those simultaneously. And so again, this just kind of shows you how the leadership progresses.
The bonus progressions. So when you see the plus symbol, that means it's added to the one before it, or the total numbers before it.
Yes.
Right. So the total number of bonuses here is over 20% now, I believe. If I add all of that up together, that's 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 19.75%. So sorry, not quite 20, but 19.75% of additional bonus through their leadership bonus structure program. So that's really where we end this thing. And I just want to ask you again, hopefully we've helped you to identify whether this could be a fit for you or not, or whether you have more questions, because hopefully you have more questions and you want to see where this goes for you and your family. But just want to open your eyes to what AdvoCare is. So.
Yeah. And if you have more questions, that's Ian and I. We are available to help direct you back to whoever it is that introduced you to this webinar. Again, that is our goal, obviously, is to always send you back to the person who shared AdvoCare. We were taught in the very beginning, the AdvoCare way is to always send people back to whoever it was that first shared AdvoCare with them. So again, today we're just simply giving you a high-level overview of the AdvoCare opportunity, both products and business. And if you have any questions or we can help in any way, feel free to send us an email at info@242fit.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a great day.
Take care.